STA Travel is the leading or market leader in student and youth travel. The industry is obviously highly competitive, margin driven, and the organisation is very much sales orientated. STA Travel required a flexible but robust global incentive solution in support of its 2,000 sales staff working out of 400 retail branches worldwide. The solution needed to be very much automating and removing the errors in administration, but also enable them or give them the agility to introduce new incentive schemes quickly. Key results realised from the implementation were payees having a far greater appreciation of their contribution. This directly led to productivity gains of around 11%, with particular focus on a 22% increase in sales order intake for insurance sales, one of their most profitable product lines. Cable and Wireless selected Practique's Inca and deployed in February of 2005, and in addition to answering the operational challenges associated with commissions administration, they also identified a way of better going to market with new products, particularly at negative times of the year. Take, for example, August, typically the worst performing month in the year. They identified the right plans and the right products to focus the sales force on competitive sales incentive campaigns driven through online bulletins that communicated with payees how the special incentives were working over and above their traditional sales model. The introduction of Inca enabled Cable and Wireless to identify their high profit retaining products. They built, modelled and forecasted plans in the system so as to ensure they were implementing the right plans to focus the sales force on a more competitive campaign-driven incentive scheme. The ability to introduce this sales incentive scheme in such a rapid but yet scientific fashion enabled them to drive up productivity gains of 22% sales order intake. That also in conjunction with decrease in operating costs of around 37%. Both STA and Cable and Wireless were able to achieve these gains by introducing Practique's Inca. And if you take this cog in the middle here as an indication or diagram of Inca, there are two pieces of information Inca needs to calculate commission at any time. Number one, we have payees, and as you can see, we have payees held within a structured hierarchy. Inca does not discriminate payee type, and it can be the direct call center, retail or field sales operative, equally happy with third-party dealer, distributor or value-added resellers. These pairs are held in structured hierarchies so as to enable roll-ups, but also for the on the basis of security user access rights. You can hold any number of payees within the system at any one time, and against the payees we have the pay plans. Once again, you may hold any number of pay plans in the system at any time, or even associated to any one individual or team of salespeople. Schemes can also be interlinked. Pay plan may not necessarily be calculating commission, but may also measure the performance of another pay plan held within the system. Inca sits within your business infrastructure, integrating into your core source data systems, so HR files for payee changes, CRM or ERP solutions for sales transactions and performance data. Once this data has come into Inca, performance can be calculated using a number of different measurements or metrics, those being revenue or contract value, profitability. Inca also supports manual intervention by way of management by objective metrics and also customer satisfaction gradings. Once calculated, we have a number of outputs. All outputs are driven through the analytical capability, which is very much a management reporting tool designed for administrators to go in, build reports that take a snapshot view in time of performance. These outputs can include payment file to payroll via either BACS or CHAPS or however you pay your your payees. Statements giving payees visibility of how they are remunerated, where they are against their targets, and what the impact of stretching their target will have on their remuneration. Analytics, any kind of management information report that the business might want to capture sight of. It's important to understand this isn't true analytics, though we can present reports to your business objects universe or any other type of true analytical tool that you might use. And then finally, modeling and forecasting. Models and forecasts, or the way in which you future-proof both pay plans and different routes to market with new products, can also be viewed through the analytical capability. So in summary, Inca's core functionality offers a number of business benefits. Number one, the ability to take a more scientific approach to pay plan creation and put new controls to ensure that the right plans are implemented and focused on aligning the right behaviours to the right individuals. The ability to automate the calculation process, ensuring greater rates of accuracy. Also introduce automated workflow for authorization workflows and two-way communication to the payee community via statements and bulletins. The solution is very much designed to be owned by the business and remove the dependence on third-party or in-house IT resource. With full audit control and reporting capabilities, no changes can be made in the solution without there being a definitive report date stamped at any time. And then finally, a suite of reports for decision support to area and regional managers. Well, any one given security access to the system can have visibility of any element of performance by either individual, team, region, so as you can ensure that the right plans are motivating the right behaviours at all times. We've selected just a few of the management outputs here by way of example. Firstly, online statements. All of the outputs and all views for that matter within Inca are fully configurable. Here, taking a top-down view, we have a summary level statement. Statements are very much about driving the communication piece to employees. They're allowed to drill down from the summary level monthly or quarterly achievement, dependent on how they're targeted, down into the individual transaction that you can see on the right, so they can understand exactly what the contribution to the business has been and the commission percentages used, or the percentages used to calculate performance. Again, drilling down, they can also raise queries and bulletins for two-way communication with the administration team. These queries and bulletins can also be used to measure responses against SLAs for the administration teams, or report against for query success resolution from within the Inca system. And then finally, reporting. Inca is one of the few applications that supports real-time calculation and reporting capability across the entire commission landscape. Reports can be configured by management and administration teams, alternatively can be configured and scheduled to be run and emailed to select communities dependent on their user access rights. And finally, a little bit about Practique and why perhaps our solution has been selected by so many of our customers. Practique were actually formed in 1997 as a bespoke development house. We're a privately funded, privately held organisation. And one of our primary objectives is to assist our customers in driving up their profitability and their productivity by utilising Inca and Commission's best practice. We are the pioneers, authors and specialists of deploying Inca. We have a proven, scalable and economical delivery model, both direct and through our highly diverse partner ecosystem.